Hey there, it's Ricky Dunn. Robert and I have been in Las Vegas for a week now, well, for 4 days now, and we've been in a penthouse suite in the Bellagio. Honey, I'm home, and we did a video tour for you, and wanted to do this 360 tour, so you are able to. Um, Use your mouse and click and drag on the picture and drag it any way you want to. You can spin all the way around while I'm talking. You can click up and look at the ceilings. You can click and drag down and look at the floor. Um, but we've had a phenomenal penthouse suite. It's on the top floor at the Bellagio, looking at the strip and the fountains. And it's just a phenomenal room. The 360 tour is going to give you a tour like you've never had before. It's just really real unique. And Robert and I are going to talk about some of the things that we really like about the room. Um, when you step into the entryway immediately to the right, you've got a wet bar, and behind the uh, the door here, there's just a credenza and wall sconces and a mirror and some storage. Those doors open up on that credenza. And then as we turn back around, there's a half bath over here. Um, Typical half bath. Everybody's seen a half bath without and knows what that's about. As we step into the living room, we've got some phenomenal views. There's 12-foot ceilings in here. I'm going to go ahead and open the shears, so as we get close to the windows, you can see out them. Um, the Bellagio reports that this suite is about 1,500 square feet, um, and it seems like it may be smaller than that to us, but when you get into the bedroom and you see the large size of both bathrooms that are in that bedroom, that may be where we're feel like we're missing some footage that we're not recognizing. Um, there are so many aspects about this room that it's hard for me to say which one was the absolutely favorite of mine. Robert, what did you like the best about the room?
Actually, I think I like the extra large jetted tub. I have never found one that I can actually get into and fit in without me having my knees to my chin.
Have extra room. You were really able to stretch out. Yeah, that tub is rather large. And one of the other things that he mentioned earlier was that when you turn on the hot water, you have hot water instantly. I mean, there's no waiting a split second for hot water, which a lot of hotels, you have it real shortly, but real quickly. Um, but it's but it is instant here at the Bellagio. This room has a real suite, I should say, has a real elegance about it, but it's not really overstated to me. It's just a simple elegance. Um, and it's very comfortable. We've enjoyed the views are phenomenal. Um, Price wise, it's going to vary dramatically for you depending upon the season and depending upon the occupancy levels and rates here in Vegas as to what's going on. We got a really good rate on that, but we're not going to quote you what that is just because it's going to change dramatically with different seasons of the year. Bellagio has no earthly idea that we are doing this tour, and so they know in no way gave us any kind of break or, you know, perks for doing a tour for them. And we're going to be honest, we absolutely loved it. We can't. Is there anything, Robert, you can fault the room with?
I don't know of any faults at all.
Go ahead and open these shears again. It's a large bedroom. The bed was extremely comfortable. I mean, it was just absolutely phenomenal. Um, Slept so comfortably on it. Got the TV on in here. Channel 22 is the channel that you can turn your TV to, and as the fountains go off downstairs, ground level, um, you can look out the window while you listen to the music there that is playing outside with the fountains, and that each show is choreographed to. And there are some phenomenal shows. We're in a uh, we're at the Y here. Which way to go? Which bathroom to do first? We're going to do Robert's favorite aspect first. There's that jetted tub that he absolutely loved, and you can see that it is a good sized tub. Around on this side there is a vanity mirror. Wall sconces very well lit. When you open the closet doors, almost tipped my tripod over. When you open the closet doors, there's a switch on the door that turns the light on for you automatically. I think Robert had one color scheme going on. I think it was monochromatic this trip. Everything was red or orange. Um, of course, as you see, as we go this way, there is a water closet with a bidet, in addition to the stool. We have in the mirror, this is something that we did not use. We did not turn this on once. When we came in the evening, we were tired from the long day and of either gambling or hanging out with friends or visiting or seeing the sights. And so when we come in, we would be ready for peace and quiet. So we never turned these TVs on in either one of these bathrooms. It's convenient for those of you that wish it for it. But it's a peaceful room, and we really like the peace and tranquility. It's the amenities that they offer in the suites are just really wonderful. I don't remember the brand's name of this, but it was something that I had never heard of. Lanobra. Um, I probably butchered that to all heck and back. Of course, you get your toothbrush and little toothpaste and your body lotion and your body wash and your shampoo and your cream rinse and conditioner and bath bars that are really fragrant and smell really wonderful. Um, Stepping into what most people would call his bathroom is a wonderful shower. Um, this shower, the glass goes all the way to the top, so it seals pretty good. So they have put in a steam apparatus so that you can turn this on and have a steam bath, a sauna. And we used that several times and just really loved it. And of course, everybody has seen the typical water closet. But there you go. You can see the water closet and the artwork that's in there, and still equipping the properties with the phone in the restrooms. Even though most people don't use them anymore and have their cell phones, we never picked up the telephone in the room once. Oh, I had to look and make sure there was one there. We ignored it. Robert was going to come that way and um, see the view from the master bedroom. But it's a really phenomenal suite if you ever have the opportunity to stay in one of these penthouse suites, as they call it. Um, I do not think that you would be disappointed in it whatsoever. We have loved our stay at the Bellagio. Here in Las Vegas right now, everything is kicking back up. It's been a busy week. We arrived on Monday. It is Thursday evening. We're going to check out tomorrow at noon and fly home to Oklahoma City. But the only hint of the pandemic that is left as far as the way any of the resorts treat clients is um, restaurants are still, even though most of them you can walk up to and walk into and get your name on a list, and you may be waiting for 30 minutes to an hour. Most of them are operating pretty speedily. But there was still a little bit of hesitancy there. It wasn't as easy to walk right in and get seated as it used to be. One of the things that we enjoyed about this trip, we did the helicopter ride up and down the strip the other night. That was phenomenal. And for $98, it is so inexpensive. That trip is so inexpensive. And it was a real treat. We enjoyed every second of it. We had never done it before. Every trip would say, we're going to do that next time. We're going to do that next time. We're going to do that next time. And this time we just said, okay, we did it. We made it happen. And loved it. It was just a real treat. And we had two other couples with us, that family, and then a couple that are friends, and they enjoyed it every bit as much as we did. But the limited shows being limited, and not back on track and fully opened up as of yet. Tickets for shows were hard to come by. So we found the Mayfair Supper Club here at the Bellagio. And in the Mayfair Supper Club, there is live entertainment going on the minute you walk in and all night long until you leave. And the show is just absolutely, it was entertaining. It was awe-inspiring. You found yourself wanting to dance and go along with it and sing along. And the performers, the stars of the show, were top rate. I mean,
Yes, they were.
yeah, there was no B class performers there whatsoever. It was just it was phenomenal.
The dancers were awesome.
Yeah, yeah, they were mesmerizing, and the food. Oh my God, the food was just out of this world.
I don't think I had ever tasted lobster as good as they had
The
last
lobster
night.
thermidor,
It
the
was
prime
awesome.
rib. And the prime rib was the best I have ever had, and I've got a darn good prime rib recipe that will just knock your socks off. And it put mine to shame. And I mean, it was the best prime rib. And I've had prime rib all across the country at different restaurants, and none ever as good as this was. It just melt in your mouth.
And some would say it's a little bit pricey, but really, when you think about it, it isn't, because everything is meant to be shared. Everything, they give you enough for two, if not three.
Yeah, everything is served a la carte. So when you order a side of green beans, there's actually a dish of green beans that comes out the green beans almondine, and it was
That was really good.
It's so good with the garlic and the almonds. But it comes out in a dish, and there's absolutely probably enough for 3 servings. And then we had the sauteed mushrooms, and again comes out in the dish, and it was more than the 2 of us could eat. And so it seemed pricey, but then when you figured in the show that you got that just kept you entertained from the moment you walked into the door until you departed, it was well worth it. For 2, it's probably, I mean, the 2 of us, but with the prime rib and the lobster thermidor and 1 dessert that we shared, and then a couple of cocktails each, our bill was about $400, and then we tipped on top of that, of course. But you consider a really good meal in Vegas at $175 or $200, and then show tickets at $150 a piece. It's a no-brainer. I'm going to point out, we talk all the time about the fountain show that you see going on down below, but also straight across the way. Robert, you want to go over and hit the lights for us so it'll kind of kill the glare on the window so people can see better? Also, one of the things that it doesn't get mentioned too very often is the Eiffel Tower and the light show that goes on. Yeah, go ahead and get those two. I think that's creating some glare, and I'll get this one over here. The light show on the Eiffel Tower um, varies through the night and changes, um, and it's really pretty sweet um, and entertaining as well. We can see the fountains, but we don't have the music turned up very loud there. The lights are coming on, and the night energies are beginning to fire up down on the strip. Let me turn the music up just a bit for you so you can hear that. Well, we caught the end of it. Sorry about that. We were too long-winded in the description of the room. Robert, is there anything that you want to add about the trip or the suites? If you're thinking about coming to Vegas now, I would say do it. Everything is getting back to full swing. Um, the um, I just don't think that you can go wrong. I think that you'll have a great time. So we're going to say over and out, and we wish you all well. We hope everybody is just doing very well. And if you ever have any questions about our trip, just private message us below or comment below, and we'll be happy to give you any feedback or our experiences to how things are recovering from the pandemic in 2020's rough year, and how everything is getting kind of back to somewhat of a normal here in Las Vegas. But over and out, everybody have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.